Tammi Bradford here with physique competitor and GenXlabs athlete Carrie Rapp. She's here at the US Age to kill that stage just before finals. And as competitors, we're always shooting the breeze. We need to kind of learn from one another and find out what works, what doesn't work. And Carrie's got some tips for y'all. So, Carrie, tell us a little bit about your advice for those who are hitting that competition stage.
Well, one piece of advice, and I myself am going to be a little bit darker for stage, but when you get your tan on and you're carrying your bags, this is something that I learned the hard way, make sure that you carry bags in your hand and not over your shoulder, because if you carry them over your shoulder, the strap will wipe away and make a nice little mark, and you'll have to find somebody, if you can, to fix your tan and to fix the line. So after you get your tan on, make sure that you carry your bags in hand and not over your shoulder.
Ain't nobody got time for that, to be fixing the tan. That hasn't happened to me at a competition, but it has happened to me prior to a photo shoot where I got my tan and I was lugging my bags with all of my heels and my outfits and my accessories, and that stuff's heavy. And we all know Rob Sims doesn't help out. He expects his models to, kind of tote their own stuff and work their muscles before a shoot. So, yeah. So the fact that my tan was ruined, I kind of blamed Rob for that. But what other advice do you have?
Like a scapegoat. Well, when you are choosing a tan company, and there are a couple ones out there, and they all have different formulas, I would say play around with their tanning products and see which one works the best, because every company has a different kind of a glaze, has a little bit of different formulations on what their tanning products are. So if you try a couple of them, especially a couple weeks before your show, then you'll really know what works for you, because there's a couple of them, like, if you wear red, the red may change your color of your tan and make it not quite as, it can really mess it up. There's a lot of things that you can do to mess it up. So I would talk with the competitor, somebody who has been there and done that, and say, do this, don't do this. And there's also an art as well to using the restroom after you've been tanned.
The things that people don't tell you, but we're going to spill secrets.
Oh, yes. Yes, you need to be careful, too, when if you need to use the restroom, that's perfectly fine, but I guess we can get into that a little bit more at another time, for the art of using the restroom after you've been tanned.
Oh, I'm curious right now. I actually have a song about using the restroom when you compete, because those of you that know me know that I have a song for everything, and well, it actually is a real song. I just sing Red Solo Cup and I take it with me to the bathroom. If any of you know the Red Solo Cup song, do you have any other tips?
For now, I would say make sure that you bring more than enough food than you need for your show. As an example, the other day at prejudging, the show started at noon, and the prejudging for the classes before my class went way, way long. And luckily enough, I had somebody who was able to get me some more food, but just make sure that you bring more than enough food. If you know that you're supposed to eat within 2 to 3 times in a time period, make sure you bring, at least a meal or two more in case the prejudging runs long like it did the other day.
What about choosing a suit or hair and makeup and kind of putting the finishing touches on so that you've got that full, beautiful look for stage? Do you have any advice there?
Oh, as far as choosing colors, too, get with somebody who's, a reputable suit maker, somebody who's been in the industry, somebody who's done suits for a couple years, or possibly a competitor themselves that now does suits. They can get with you as far as different styles, different colors, what looks good on you. Now, if you're lucky enough that one of your favorite colors also fits in with your skin tone, that's fantastic. But I would really go with somebody who can pick out, maybe 2, 3 colors. This color, this shade, this is going to what's look best on you on stage. As far as any colors to stay away from, it's my personal preference. None of the neon colors, or nothing in white. White just tends to pick up a lot of dirt. And in all honesty, to me, it looks like underwear on stage if it's white. So be careful with white. White can look nice, but white can also not be as professional as you want to look on stage.
I would think white would be quite a challenge with the spray tan as well. So, just saying, white underwear and some Jantana rubbing off on that, I don't know about that.
Oh yeah, no, you definitely want to walk with your hands out and make sure that no one rubs up against you and touches you. If you're going to wear those light colors like that, if you wear what inspires you to, but also I would say take into consideration your skin tone and how the different colors look on it as well.
I know a lot of competitors who will actually hire somebody to do hair and makeup. Some people will do it themselves. Do you think it matters whether you kind of use your own skills or decide to hire somebody to do that?
I think it absolutely matters. It can matter. I mean, sometimes it can be the difference between whether or not you get your pro card. Hair and makeup is so important. It's something when I first started into it, I didn't really put that much into it, but again, I can remember one of the first pieces of advice given to me years ago was make sure that you concentrate on hair and makeup. So I myself am not all that great, or at least I don't feel terribly confident with doing my own makeup for stage, so I just go ahead and hire somebody for stage and I was lucky enough, the lady who did my makeup for this show, she's been a competitor herself. She's done over 13 national shows, and so she knows what looks good. She knows, as far as the makeups, what to use, what not to use, what to stay away from. And being a competitor herself, she's also really conscious of, do you need to eat? Do you need to put your feet up? So if you can get with somebody who has been in industry, who's done hair and makeup, I mean, you're really looking at a diamond right there.
And I would imagine a lot of that is word of mouth, talking to other competitors, looking at someone and saying, hey, their makeup and hair looks awesome. Who did you use? Getting some referrals and kind of doing your homework.
Yes, very much so. Now, my hair and makeup for the evening show, which is done now, was done by Ann Sheehan, and she's out of Florida. So she's very good. If she's ever at a show and she's doing hair and makeup, wholeheartedly recommend her.
And I did tell Carrie when I first saw her, the eyes are popping. They're gorgeous. Good job, Ann. Carrie, it has been wonderful talking to you about fitness competitor tips. Carrie knows what she's talking about. Be sure to listen up, people, and follow her advice. This is Tammi Bradford with Carrie Rapp, about ready to hit that final stage. We'll be catching y'all later.